stories as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to, real quick, just two visitors that we've got here, right? To give a quick recap of what United Way does for you, what you do for people, and then what United Way does for you. But before we get into that, I want to remind people of a couple of things, volunteers as well as agencies here. So United Way is doing a raffle. We're doing the drawing. What day is that, Cheryl?
18th.
December 18th? Okay. So there is a drawing for two prizes. One is a week getaway at Scottsdale Camelback Resort in Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay? And then you got the hotel portion is covered. You just got to pay to get out there and food and beverage right there.
$1,000.
Or $1,000. So if you get drawn first, you get your choice between the trip and $1,000. They'll draw a second one, and whatever didn't get chosen will go to the second person. Okay? And it's $20 a ticket, right? Or $6 for $100. Okay? So if you think you can sell them, get with Cheryl, and she'll get you some tickets, so that way you can get them sold. Okay? It was a pretty successful one last year, right? How much did it bring in last year?
About 7,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
The resort is fabulous, and thanks to Julie and Air Control, that's been donated to us. People that have been out there, when I sell them tickets and I tell them where it is, they all go, that's a great place to go. It's fabulous. It's luxurious. There's pool, tennis, golfing, hiking, baseball, spring camps are near there.
Yeah, it's right at the base of Camelback Mountain. And it's a timeshare resort, so this isn't a typical hotel room that you're going into. What they donated is actually a 2-bedroom villa. So it's got 2 bedrooms plus 2 bathrooms, living room, flat screen TVs. You get the whole gamut when you go there. So.
And there's 2 double beds in each bedroom, plus.
No, it's a king bed in one room and 2 double beds in the other room, and then the couch folds out into a bed. I know this because I used to work there. So, all right. So, any other questions on that? Okay, real quick, I'm going to start with ASAC, if that's okay. And you guys tell your stories and your success stories, and just these people raising money for you. But it's also good for the other agencies to hear what you do as well.
So I'm Mary Beth Bosman. I'm with ASAC, Assistant Director of Clinical Services for Clinton and Jackson County, and I manage King House. That's about one job in itself, but you know, we multitask. And my cohort is Sue Wolver, who is the manager of Hightower Place, and we thought, what better display could we bring than 2 success stories? So you want to just say your names and how United Way helped you?
Okay. Hi, my name is Kayla. I currently have 100 days sober today. Woo! That's the first time of my entire life since I joined my battle of addiction that I can ever say that, and I've never been so proud. But I would never be able to say that if it was not for the people who donate so generously to Hightower and their program. All the counselors and the staff there have helped so much. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I joined the program August 22nd of this year. Homeless, pregnant. I lost all hope. I didn't have any kids. My life was in complete shambles. I felt like there was no up from where I was, and the day I walked through those doors absolutely changed my life. Bobby, my counselor, and Sue greeted with open arms. They've been so helpful and supportive. There's just so many wonderful things that I can say about. I'm really taking forever in a day. But this program has absolutely changed my life. I actually graduate the program this coming Monday. I've been successfully discharged as of today. I've acquired my own home. I've got an apartment, so that took care of my family. I got my older 2 children. Thank you. I have my older 2 children permanently returned to my home and my care after a year-long battle that I never thought I would see the end of. But I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. without you guys' donations and the help of Hightower, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be able to say any of these great things.
Thank you.
You can't follow.
I can't beat that.
I was gonna say, can you top that?
I don't think I can.
I get someone crying, I can't help it.
I'll save you for last. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Ashley Zamuda. I've been in Hightower since July 24th. It's been a long battle. If it wasn't for Hightower, my kids weren't with me at the time. It's been a long year, but I got them returned to me with the help of Hightower. A lot of support there, a lot of structure. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know where I would be. I don't know what else to say.
We were just commenting when we came in about
But-
how our patients use a lot of the services that are around.
Yeah,
Right.
we do.
So,
Yeah.
um,
I can't top that.
That's a great thing about Clinton, like collaborating with them.
That is a common denominator, the collaboration that happens among all the agencies, I think, for everybody in these situations. Thank you for putting yourself out there. That's not always an easy story to tell, so we appreciate that. Well, so, show's over, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you over to Family Resources now and have you take over.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie, I'm with Family Resources. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for all of your support that you give United Way. It means so much. We do have our display here and we actually do have an office in Clinton. We need to update our little thing. Our office is in the Bluff Professional Building. If any of you guys know where that's on North Bluff Boulevard. And we do have office hours there every Monday and Friday and then 24/7 on-call support so we can do appointments in between. But at Family Resources, we provide support and services to survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, both labor and sex trafficking, as well as any other violent crimes. That could be kidnapping, a hit and run, bullying, child abuse, elder abuse, you name it. If it's a violent crime, one of our programs can serve those individuals. So one of those programs that we have that serves all of those individuals is our sheltering and housing program. And that's made up of our shelter program as well as our housing, which is rapid rehousing. And I'm going to turn it over to Brenda to talk a little bit about that program and a little bit about how United Way dollars impact the program we serve.
So, my name is Brenda. I am the housing supervisor for the shelter and housing program. And thanks to the funds that we received from United Way, we are able to use that money to provide emergency shelter to individuals that are seeking safety from abusive relationships, etc., any other type of violent crime. So we are able to utilize local hotels for that. We're also able to provide them with immediate housing. So and that's one of their goals, which typically is we're able to help them with first month's rent, deposit. Depending on time, you're also able to help up to 6 months, which is our rapid housing program. So that's really been a big help to many of our clients here in the area. And with their immediate need of housing being taken care of, they're able to focus on financial stability, budgeting, finding employment. So thank you very much.
Thank you. DeWitt Referral Center.
I'm going to turn my sun on so you can see how cool
What's
it
about?
is. Yeah. Anyway, my name is Michelle Ehlinger. I'm the director at the Referral Center in DeWitt, Iowa. And, anyway, DeWitt Referral Center we do really good things there. We can do what we do without United Way funding. Right now, we are doing our Thanksgiving dinner for the community. And last year we did 175 meals. We're expecting 200 this year. And then we're also doing our Christmas giveaway, which is 175 holiday food boxes and 240 children received gifts. And that's, we're a small community, and without United Way funding, a lot of these families would not have a Christmas. And they think I'm Santa Claus helper, so the kids are coming to me and telling me that, they've been good and they want this and this and this and this, and it's pretty cool. And we help a lot of kids, we do. And the stigma is that it's single moms with a couple kids. Our client base is generally second marriages. They're bringing children in from both families. And I'm very proud of the work we do there. We help so many people. And not everybody comes in for money, for like crisis assistance to help with rent or anything. Sometimes they just come in and they need somebody to talk to and shoulder, just somebody just to talk to and a little bit of kindness, and we do that. And we do free school supplies. This year we helped 172 kids with school supplies, and that's everything on their list from top to bottom. It's everything, and it's very important for them to be equal with their peers. And I was that kid, so I know how they feel if they don't have the right stuff. So with United Way funding, we help everybody that we can, so, yeah. All right,
Thank you, Michelle. All right, we're going to put the fire under you now.
Hi, I'm Olivia Mom. I work for the Y in the Empowerment Center, so forgive me if I'm a little clumsy here. I'm very new. This is my first time talking on behalf of the Y. So I'm a case manager, so we work individually with clients that we receive, essentially. And we work with making a plan for them and guiding them through this process. So we have two different sections, homeless prevention and actual homelessness. And homeless prevention is kind of a short-term option to get them back on their feet, so that can be if they need aid with their utilities or if they need rent assistance, so that's that kind of section. And then we also do homelessness. They have to be literally homeless, nowhere to go. And with that, we also do rent, deposit, utilities if necessary. And we work with them for up to 2 years and a 3-year period for that part. And United Way supports our program through continuing our services, especially when our grant money kind of dwindles. We rely heavily on our grants, and then with the aid of United Way, we can still continue to support, especially right now at this end of grant season. So we just really appreciate United Way's support in our program and want to be able to continue offering the service that we need.
Good job, thank you. All right, we got information referral and assistance.
Yeah. I think I'll help you with this. I can get it. All right. Thank you, Paul.
Okay. I'm Reedy Mickelson. I'm the director at Information and Referral. We help in a lot of different ways in the community, largely with our United Way funding. We're a nonprofit. We don't receive any state or federal, so United Way, without that support, we wouldn't be able to provide any of the services that we're doing now. We can do crisis assistance like rent, utility. We do the MedTree program. There's a collection from Mercy One every year that comes to us to help people who cannot afford their prescription medications. We administer the food pantries. So we have 3 food pantries under Pantries United. Benevolent Society, the Salvation Army, and Community Action. The way that works is if somebody needs food, they come into our office. We write up a referral to the appropriate food pantry based on their address so that everybody's needs are met and we're not putting too much strain on a single food pantry site. One of our newer programs is our Backpack Buddy program. This program is a weekend food package program for kids in the Clinton schools. We are in all 4 of the Clinton elementary schools and the Clinton middle school. Right now we're serving about 170 kids every weekend with weekend food packages. So these children are being identified by school counselors and teachers to be children who are likely going home on the weekends without food. And so we're not targeting like all of the free and reduced lunch kids. These are specifically recommended by school counselors and teachers. We do that all year long, from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. And let's see, I know I'm forgetting something. Practical money skills, I do not have that on here, but that's one of our newest things that we've been doing. We've had 15 participants graduate so far. We're starting a new set of sessions in March. I'll have that information out as soon as I have more details on how that will work and where we're doing that. But this is for anybody who just feels like they need a little bit of extra help in managing their money, just a little education. It goes from budgeting to how to avoid being scammed. If a participant goes through the whole 5 sessions, then they do receive a $25 savings account with
First Gateway Friday evening. So it's in partnership with them and United Way. It was a United Way initiative, and we've kind of taken the lead on that. So we help in numerous ways in the community with a lot of different things, and again, we couldn't do it without the United Way support, so thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Last but certainly not least, the Associate Benevolent Society.
I'm Chuck Johnson. I'm the director of the Associate Benevolent Society. The Associate Benevolent Society has been around since 1885. 134 years old. At that point in time, there were a number of churches in the Clinton area that were individually helping people, helping families in need, and the light came on over somebody's head, and they said, we can do more together than we can separately. United, we can do more together. And, that's a familiar theme, isn't it, with United Way. We do more together as a community than we would if we were individual people out here kind of doing our own thing. Benevolent Society, we're located at 100 South 2nd Street, right across the street from Hardee's, in the building that until the Benevolent Society moved there. If some of you familiar with our history know that actually Benevolent Society was several other places. But it moved there, I think, in the late 1980s. We do a lot of different things, none of which we would be able to do without the wonderful support of United Way. Our United Way funding is key to everything we do. Without it, we close our doors very quickly. So before I say anything else, thank you. Thank you to everyone who is responsible for fundraising for United Way. Thank you for everyone who works in this office. Cheryl, thank you. Thank you for all your staff. Thank you for what all of you do. We appreciate you so very much. And we appreciate your funding. We appreciate your support. We do, and by the way, this year, kind of in the middle of the year, we increased our hours for our store. We were opening at 1:30, 4 days a week, 1:30 in the afternoon, closing at 4. And our board and some of us were thinking, we can do a little more. So we opened now, starting in May, we're opening our store at 11 and 5 days a week. 11 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, 5 days a week. We serve on average, and everything we do is free, no charge. On average, the average number of clients that come in our doors to receive all of our items at no charge, it's 57 clients, average, representing about 160, 170 people. We average giving out about 6 food pantries every single day. If a woman is within 2 weeks of her due date that's pregnant or 2 weeks after she's given birth, we will share a free baby box with her. If someone's recently been hired at Collis or ADM or Ralston and they need steel-toe shoes, we'll have a pair of steel-toe shoes that they can have. I think I can remember of all the people that's asked for steel-toe shoes, 1 or 2 that we've had to turn away because I think one gentleman had like size 13 or 14 feet. We didn't have any of those sizes. That's a really big foot. But most of the time, we have plenty of steel-toe shoes. And even if somebody, like, let's say we close at 4 o'clock and somebody says, what, I'm in the work world, but my family really needs a box of food. Betty or I will arrange to meet them at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or a Sunday afternoon or whenever by appointment, and we'll help them. It doesn't mean that we're going to turn somebody away. If they call us or contact us, we will help them. And we help, we give out clothing, we give out shoes, we give out a lot of baby items, diapers, wipes, personal toiletries, furniture. One time we even had a car given to us, and we had a car for a short time. All kinds of items, all for free. It comes and it's given out. And we've helped a lot of people. And again, I just want to say thank you. We could not do any of what we do without United Way support. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And I will now shut up, and we have Philip here, and I think he wants to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Philip Frank, associate minister to Second Baptist Church here in Clinton, 2409 13th Avenue North. Pastor Dr. Nathaniel Johnson is our pastor. I came to Clinton, Iowa in 2005. I lived up in Davenport from 2001 to 2005. Now, originally, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. You want to know how I managed to come up here? Talk with me, I'll tell you. It's nothing here. I'll tell you individually because it's too much time to express now. However, when I first came to Clinton, I'm also diabetic. When I first came to Clinton, I heard about inflammation and referral. It's okay. So I went over there, and they gave me a supply of insulin. That was a blessing. One bottle a year, but hey, one bottle was better than nothing. I didn't have to pay for it, and I thank God for that. The Benevolent Society is, the United Way of the Benevolent Society is a godsend. Amen. It's a godsend. Go down there, and they have supplied me with food. They supplied me with cat food for my cats. And they supplied me with furniture. They supplied me even with clothes. Amen. This is what else they supplied me with, and I thank God for it. And, you know, it's just a godsend. I thank God for them. Jesus said, what you do unto the least of these, my brethren, you do also unto me. So what you all are doing is what Jesus wants you to do. This is directed from the Spirit of God. And Pastor Johnson here, my pastor's name Pastor Johnson, so I thought he Pastor Johnson, but he is my pastor too. Amen. And the brotherly faith. Because I can go down and I can talk to him at any time. If I need anything, they do their best to help me. I just thank God for the United Way and the Benevolent Society. I mean, this is an absolute godsend, and for me to be repetitious, but we give honor to where honor is due. We give praise to where honor is due. And praise is due, and all praises go to God. I thank God for the Benevolent Society because there were times I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a job, didn't have no money. I went there, I supplied food, clothing, and we helped out with everything. God is blessed me. I pray God's continual blessings towards the United Way and the Benevolent Society. And if at any time I can be of any service to either one of you, then just let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. God bless you and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.